What secret are you keeping right now? I ate some dollar store cookies yesterday and then shit myself 20 minutes later. I am currently working in a cafe and I work pretty hard and have more experience, so I get paid a bit more than other staff, and they found out. This has changed how a few of them treat me. But they don't realize I am in the process of buying the business, and how they treat me and act is going to influence if I renew their contracts or not. I am getting a biopsy on Friday. I may have cancer, but I am not telling my siblings or my mom because she also has cancer and it would destroy her to know I might have it also. I am 47 and my sister, dad, uncle and aunt all died of cancer. Doctor says the PSA level 1/2 means I have a 25% chance of having cancer. Biopsy is over, thank God. Doctor said my prostate looks normal. I won't get the results back until next week. Edit, my results are in. I do not have cancer. What I heard was a 75% chance of not having cancer. Good odds, and I hope you get good news. I know a couple that broke up about a year ago. They still are friends though and work together, and I'm not supposed to tell anyone they broke up. After this long, I wonder if it's just a long, elaborate test of my loyalty. Guys, the test part was a joke. They're not evil humans, lol, just private. Girlfriend just broke up with me and I'm trying to understand amicable breakups. Essentially, she just doesn't love me in a romantic way anymore. We both acknowledge that we have in the past, might in the future, depending on what I want, have an awesome friendship. Sorry for hijacking this, but I'm struggling to see how a breakup can be truly amicable. Like 50-50. Can you provide some insight? You've woken for days and for weeks with her there, you've spoken of chances and futures you'll share, and though there was trouble and worry and doubt, perhaps you were hoping you'd just work it out. Perhaps you agreed it's the right thing to do. She wasn't the person for you, and though you had tried and you'd hoped that you're clearly not really the right one for her. Whatever the reason, you have to decide, that can you be happy just there by her side? If something within you is telling you no, the answer is certain. You just have to go. My buddy is planning on leaving his wife, mostly because he found out that his kid isn't actually his, and he suspects the one she's pregnant with isn't either. I suspect that my conversations with a friend is being sent to my ex, who is trying to bring me down, and I've started to spread false information to that friend to truly see if my text messages is being leaked. That I still get cravings for methamphetamine occasionally and have to fight them or else have a relapse. Currently finishing up my thesis in electrical engineering masters, so it would be really inconvenient to become a meth head again. Last Christmas I had to go to the ER because my nuts hurt extremely bad. Told my parents that they just started hurting out of nowhere. I actually tried doing the destroy dick December thing and I busted 6 nuts in one day. I was at the ER for 3 hours and they had to take an ultrasound of my balls. Edit for more info. I was diagnosed with epididymitis and I stopped the challenge after that. I have a chocolate bar in my backpack. It's mine and I rarely have chocolate and I'm not sharing it. Not keeping it anymore, but I was born with cleft lip and palate, so when people asked about my scars, I said I got into a knife fight. I was also like 7 inches taller than everyone and a hockey goon, so all my private school friends thought I was just a badass. My dad kind of sucks as a person. The first time he saw me without a shirt in my mid-teens, he saw the ghastly amount of stretch marks I have in my chest and stomach areas. He asked me WTF they were, and I told him they were from a knife fight. He seemed to believe me, even though they're perfectly proportional on both sides. I was pushed onto prescription amphetamines around age 13, and they caused serious weight loss. When I got out of high school, I went from 130 to over 200 pounds basically overnight because I stopped taking Concerta. This will naturally cause a human body to go, wait, WTF, turns out we need to eat. My shoulders, thighs, stomach, and back are covered in serious stretch marks from that transition. I look like some type of tribal warrior who had stuff carved into them in an adulthood ceremony, but who also really likes Lay's salt and vinegar crisps. My family doesn't know I walked out of my job nearly 4 weeks ago. I had 2 solid interviews that fell through afterwards and I'm still looking. I think I'll get a call back after the job interview I had today. I'm too embarrassed to tell them because I don't want any more financial help from them. I'm late on rent and broke. The last time I went to my mom's house I stole a couple rolls of toilet paper. Edit, wow, I didn't expect this comment to blow up. Thank you for the kind words everybody. Making me a bit teary-eyed ATM. Lots of negative comments in this thread. Here's a positive. My coworker is going to propose to his wife next month on vacation with a new ring and then marry her on the beach. He's a total hardass, non-emotional type, but he was so giddy when he told me. She doesn't know, of course. 2 years ago on Christmas Eve my mom and aunt got in a fist fight. An hour later my mom was still crying and unloading everything on her mind. She told me she was raped when she was 15. Literally had no idea what to say, just let her speak. Have not talked to anyone about this, but I think about it every day. My heart just hurts for her that she had to go through that. Edit, just to clear up some questions, no, my mom wasn't drinking. She doesn't drink. I only mentioned that her and my aunt got into a fist fight because that's what triggered her emotions being so high and ultimately what led to her venting to me about and telling me she was raped. Several months ago when I was home visiting family, she casually dropped that she had to go to therapy and would be back in an hour. Again, we don't really talk about it, but I was happy she was seeing someone professionally. Thank you kind strangers for the gold and silver. Edit, no one won the fight. It's a fight between family. There are no winners. Edit, my grandparents were missionaries in South America. My mom was born in the US and then they went back to SA a few months later and lived there till she was 16. It was someone down there who raped her. I've hooked up with my best friend's older sister a few times. I really like my best friend. She's just got out of a long-term mentally abusive relationship. Now's not exactly the right time to say, nobody knows I'm eating Doritos before bed. I have a bad case of intrusive thoughts. Edit, wow, I did not expect this to get high rated. Thank you kind strangers for your words. Remember, you are not your thoughts. Edit, thanks stranger for my first gold. I'm noticing a lot of very sad folks in this thread. I feel you and I hope it gets better, everyone. My secret, among many things, I am very tired and overwhelmed by my entire life and have no idea what to do. My cat has something wrong with her bladder and I can't afford to take her to a vet. I'm trying to find her a new home so she can have a better life. Also happy cake day up. Edit, everyone's kind and helpful words are making me ugly sob, so I'm going to step away for a bit and listen to Game Grumps while I do some cleaning. Edit 2, someone gave me gold. Thank you kind stranger. Edit 3, the kitty cat saga continues. So, quick picture of my living situation. I split my time between Houston, where the house sitting gigs are, and a tiny town 3 hours north of Houston. The cat, Maple, lives with me in the house up north. It's a teeny tiny town with 3 vet clinics. They all said the same thing, $40 visit just to see the vet, and they don't know how much the tests will cost because the doctor has to assess the cat. Closest thing to a quote I could get was $300, and all 3 clinics said payment is due when services are rendered, but that the doctor might be able to give me some options once I'm in the room with them. They'll also most likely require she get her shots updated, since they're behind. My plan for now is to try some of the suggestions below about cranberry juice and wet food and hope that solves it. If not, I'll take her in, get an actual quote based on the doctor's recommendations, and then maybe start a GoFundMe. In the meantime I'll keep looking for a foster or a no-kill shelter that can take her. Thank you again, everyone, for your kind words and encouragement. I officially love you all. I think about killing myself every day. I won't. But I think about it. Every day. Edit, reading all of your replies, your stories, and your words of encouragement to me and each other brought me to tears. I lost a person I loved to suicide and the pain is like nothing I have ever experienced before. I've lost friends and family to accidents, old age and disease, and I grieved for them immensely, but losing someone to suicide is different. I can't explain it. Please seek help if you are having serious thoughts of harming yourself. You matter and are not alone. That I'm so lonely after moving to a new city for a girlfriend who broke up me 2 weeks ago. Gotta put on that brave face. I was married to my ex for 8 years, drove her to Alaska from Virginia in late 2017. We went because she joined the Air Force and got stationed there. She went on deployment about 6 months after being there, and when she came back 6 months later she dumped me. I had to live in her house and drive her to and from work every day for 2 months before I was able to leave. Now I'm living in my parents' spare room and all I have is my computer, my car, and my tools. I'm lost and I have no idea what I'm doing anymore. It only gets worse for me, so I feel like I'm afraid to do anything with my life because whatever I do or however hard I try, things get taken, broken, or fail on me. I have to pretend I'm good every day and there's nothing good about each day. That the operations manager at my work, who is a cunt to the core, her name is actually Karen, shocker, is under investigation for several incidents that should hopefully get that snake canned. Also, I was the one in 10th grade that accidentally shit my pants in class, and those were my boxers in the trash can in the bathroom. I just graduated from college and now I'm really depressed. I'm supposed to be looking for a job right now, but all I want to do is sleep. Edit, I am overwhelmed by your response to my comment. Thank you for taking the time to commiserate or give advice. You've given me a lot to think about and I appreciate you all reaching out.